So thanks for coming, and I'd like to thank the Craft Council for giving me the space, and to all the staff and everybody for helping me set up and do all the promo stuff. And to the Canada Council, I got a grant in 2021 after 40 years of trying. So it's good to be a late bloomer. And the grant was to make a bunch of large pieces that were interactive. So the big poofy one is part of that. And so those pieces have traveled all over Canada, and I wanted to make sort of a series of smaller ones for here. And I was thinking of the water cycle. One of the things I noticed with the other pieces I made, I like to go hiking, I like to go outside, but one thing I realize is that in order to enjoy the outdoors, we're all wearing all these synthetic clothes, right, that don't biodegrade, and our nice backpacks that don't biodegrade. And there's just something, I just kept thinking about it, and I haven't got anywhere aside from making these things that have these exterior synthetic shells, but they have organic stuff inside them. So the materials are things people have given me, and things like old tents and stuff that I've repurposed, and things I found or salvaged off of other things. So I won't go through, I won't open them. That's sort of the fun part for you to do. So the atmosphere holds water, and I look at satellite feeds, and people have said of some of the embroideries I've done of these satellite feeds that it looks like, suds in a sink. Well, that's essentially what the atmosphere is. It's just water, except it's airborne. And a warmer atmosphere holds more water, so when it dumps on us, it's more intense. And all of the images are pleasant images, but now when I look at landscapes, I keep thinking, is this normal? Is this enough snow? Is this enough? Is this happening like the lakes that melt at Elfin Lakes up near Squamish? Is this happening too soon? So a lot of things that I think about, I have sort of misgivings, and I worry about things. The glaciers are disappearing at an alarming rate, and even up on the glaciers, which is a very forbidding sort of place, is this algae that grows that makes the snow pink, and it's called watermelon snow. It's a green algae with a red pigment, go figure, but it's really surprising when you're up there and you see these pink lines in the snow. There are little lakes up in the Alpine, and one of the greatest things of hiking, as long as I can do it, is to get up high somewhere. You can look down, and there'll be like a little lake that's just this brilliant turquoise color. And when the glaciers go, they won't be that color anymore. They'll just be a plain blue, because it's the silt, the flour from the glaciers, that makes that color. So, and all the pieces on this wall, you can have a good feel. Estuaries, just around the corner here, are really important. The eelgrass harbors salmon eggs and herring eggs, and it's sort of a hatchery for all kinds of things. The people up near Squamish have done amazing restoration projects with replanting eelgrass. The bog behind Tom there is up behind the elementary school I went to. People have done a restoration project at Camosun Bog, and so those are blueberry bushes, Labrador tea, and bog azaleas. And bogs hold more carbon than forests do, so people like to drain bogs. Apparently New Jersey was once a big bog, and now it's pavement. The clouds, the nimbostratus clouds, are the ones that hold the most rain, and they're going to get bigger and badder because of the water in the atmosphere. And the last one has stuff that I went to the aquarium and did some drawing, and the little shrimp are just so charming. But the acidification of oceans dangerous for a lot of animals. And there's one book that I read where the guy said there's a kind of plankton in the oceans that makes 60% of the world's oxygen. And if they're not doing well, we're not doing well. And they're not cute and cuddly like a panda bear or something, so they're not on anybody's sort of promo stuff, right? But, I think about those guys, and I don't want this to be a pessimistic thing, but those are the things I think about as I'm working on things. And this one is the Cheakamus River, and it's my favorite. So yeah, thank you for coming. And I just ask that people, if you remember, can you zip them back up again when you're done so the next person gets the surprise? But yeah, have fun.